Hello survivors and welcome to another Walking Dead Road to Survival video, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at the Summer Beach Bash, which has started up, and we're going to check through what we need to do to actually get some good rewards out of this and basically work out if this is actually a good event or not. We'll just check out the intro on the blog and then we'll mainly go into in-game because it obviously has already started. I haven't got an early look video at this event because a lot of the events recently have been announced pretty much like 45 minutes before they start, which is not ideal for a content creator. It's, you know, I've got to record the video, edit the video, render the video, and if it's only up for 5 or 10 minutes, it's not really worth putting up. So I'm thinking I'm going to change my strategy when it comes to event videos if it's like this, where it's going to be more a review as the event comes out and just me saying whether I think it's good, whether it's worth actually, you know, attempting, or whether you should ignore it. We'll go through the intro of this event. However, it's called the Summer Beach Bash event. Summer is here. As soon as the temperature rises, everyone gets that beach itch. Even when you're busy surviving, suddenly everyone wants to get their hands on beach supplies, so beach balls and beach umbrellas are in big demand, no matter what state they are in. So you better keep an eye out for them when you are doing daily scavenging. The event duration is as follows. It starts on Thursday the 25th of the 6th at 9 AM Pacific time, which was, a couple of hours ago. Ends on Thursday the 2nd of July at 9 AM Pacific time, and the stash ends a day later at 3rd of July at 9 AM Pacific time. So as we know, in game the event has already started. If you hit go, it takes you to the roadmap where there are 3 stages. It does last for 24 hours on the roadmap and it resets every day. To get these balls, these beach balls, you have to do a daily mission, and that is the energy for this event. Straight away, that's going to give me a bigger thumbs up for the event in terms of not having to use normal energy, because right now I think the majority of people are really hurting for natural energy. If we go to my can supplies, you'll see I am down to, I believe, 8 cans, and this is a really bad situation to be in as a player. I'm personally never going to buy world energy cans just because I don't think I should have to pay to actually play the game, and if I do run out of cans, I'm just gonna have to stop playing until I get more and play something else in the meantime, and it is very close to that in my situation. And all I do when I do cans is I can for survivors, for my training grounds, to keep my training grounds running, and to do actual roadmaps, which are very extortionate rates of energy costs. I even avoid the story missions because the story roadmaps are even worse. So I don't even do everything and I'm still having to use a bunch of cans. You can see my other can situation is actually pretty good. I'm really good at managing my resources, but world energy is just absolutely horrific right now. So I'm very pleased that this event is not using world energy, and it's also, just on a side note, part of the reason why I completely avoided doing Frenzy 1 and Frenzy 2 and Frenzy 3 in terms of farming it. I completed it and then I realized this is actually just absolute trash. Like, you have to farm the last stage like 4 or 5 times to get enough to get one of those characters, so that's going to be a complete avoid for me. But yeah, onto the Beach Brawl roadmap, and like I said, you need to get these beach balls, which you can get in missions, which is actually pretty nice. If you see here, you just complete some daily missions. I've already killed 100 walkers. You can kill 100 walkers really quickly. Now you can get a grand total of 80 beach balls in this daily one. I think it's 80 a day. I'm not 100% certain here. We'll have to see for the resets. And you can also get umbrellas. This one's weekly. This is the entire event, and if you complete these, you get the extra umbrellas. Umbrellas are used in the stash to claim rewards, and you can obviously get umbrellas from the roadmap itself. If you complete the entire Beach Brawl roadmap, you get 50 umbrellas. You can do that on a daily basis. You can get 350 umbrellas in total, and we'll just see how many umbrellas you can actually get from the weekly missions here. It says you can get 100. You can get a bit more, but some of these do require you to actually spend money. For instance, the 1,000 coins and the recruits, S-class recruits doing a temple, that's 2,200. The other ones, I mean, it's not really easy to do, but you can waste 1 veteran ring, complete 20 arena entries, that should be fine. So you might be able to get like an extra 50. Mercer's Rush, again, that should be fine if you've got someone in your faction who's got Mercer, or you've got him yourself. And open mystery bags 10 times, just as any bag apparently in your inventory. I opened my daily bag and I got this. So basically open any bag and you will get 30 umbrellas. Now in the black market right now, we do have one hand in that we can do, and it is for the gentleman. It lasts for the entire 7 days. So if the gentleman is something that you want to do, you can do hand in, and you can get up to 1,000 cards here. It will cost you 700 umbrellas. You can get half of those umbrellas just from running the roadmap, and you can obviously get a few more if you actually complete the missions for umbrellas as well. Now you can also trade in your beach balls for these wave tokens to use on the stash if you prefer to go with the stash rather than going for the roadmap. I think the roadmap is pretty good though. You get 3 trainers a day for the 60 beach ball energy. You will have excess beach balls, so you can trade in a few for these wave tokens. There are, you know, a few good things in here, but some of it is quite low tier, and I'm not talking about so much, you know, these things down here, because these are actually pretty useful. I'm talking more about the army walkie-talkies and stuff like this. I mean, as much as we do use that, it's great, but yeah, it's quite low amounts, so I don't really see this as a primary resource, a primary way to go. It's just more to use your excess on. There are some cans and trainers in here as well, but I would definitely go for the roadmap, just so you can get the umbrellas and you can choose what rewards you want to actually get in the summer bash. Like I said, right now there is only gentleman cards available, but there are going to be some more rewards that are going to pop up as well. And those rewards are Stephanie's shotgun, which is going to be 400 of the beach umbrellas. You should be able to get that if you complete the roadmap every day and you do a couple of the missions in the weeklies. 2,000 armory tokens for only 20 beach umbrellas. Canteens for 35, engine grease for 50, 5 bennies for 40, GPS for 35, 5 Brady's for 10, varnish for 90, and 100 S-Class Storm cards and 100 S-Class Gentleman cards. These will pop up during the course of the event, and we obviously have the Gentleman cards up straight away. I'm pretty happy with the Gentleman being there. I'm most likely going to claim him with my umbrellas, other than potentially some other things. Some of these are quite good value. For instance, the Bennies, the Brady's, the armory tokens, the ones that cost very small amounts basically. Now you can see up the top that it says 10 wave tokens cost 10 beach balls each, and you can get a stock of 60, which is a little strange because the stash itself only has 50 potential open, so potentially there is another use for the wave tokens, or they just had the wrong number there. There is a potential for that as well. It does cost 10 for each pull, so that means it would cost 500 to complete the entire stash, which I think you should be able to get around about 500 beach balls without too much of a problem. If you get an 80 a day, 5 days, that's 400, and the extra 2 days, that'll be another 160. So you'll be able to get that if you want to complete the stash. If you think this stash is worth the full investment of your, you know, daily runs on the missions, then you could go this way. I think this is actually a pretty decent event, even if the rewards aren't like super spectacular. It's just a 1 week event. You can select what you want. It also, the big one is it just doesn't cost world energy. You're getting trainers every day. You should come out of it with 21 trainers just from running the daily roadmap, and then you can choose what you want with the rewards that you get. The umbrellas here and the umbrellas in the weekly missions. So overall, I don't think this is too bad. It kind of reminds me of, you know, the Shivs event. It's just a black market. Exchange what you want, you know, for what you want, and I kind of like that indeed. But for now, we've actually got to wait for the other rewards to actually pop up in the summer bash black market section. I'm not sure what's going on there in terms of it only being the gentleman cards right now, but at least it's the gentleman cards. Like I said, I think that is the premium price for me. At least I really like the gentleman. And so overall, like I say, not too bad an event. It is just another thing we have to do. That is the only downside. We are obviously doing the battle pass right now, which is quite extensive. House of Cards event is very much, you know, a daily thing. You're having to do things multiple times a day. Right now we've got an SR tournament on at the same time, and then we've got this as well. So it can be quite a lot to keep track of. Fortunately, quite a lot of this stuff is stuff you'd normally do. For instance, to kill 100 walkers, I did that without even thinking. So for the first half an hour to an hour of your gameplay, in terms of where you'd normally spend your energy, you'll probably finish quite a lot of the stuff. But otherwise, right now, RTS is quite exhausting. I would agree with most people's comments on that I'm seeing. But do give me your thoughts on the Summer Beach Bash. Out of the 2 characters that are available, which are going to be Storm and the Gentleman, which one of those 2 are you most likely going to go for? Or are you going to just go for the little bits? You're going to go for little bits and pieces. There are some pretty nice little rewards in there as well. That is the end of my video. Thank you very much for tuning in, and as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving.